We are the Arcturians. We would like to first talk about surface events on the planet. We see the drones outside your window as nothing more than a futile attempt for human governments to initiate games of sorts for future global dominance. However, the attempts have resulted in little more than discrediting the very beings of which they attempted to prop up by the same means. We know this question was one that needed to be addressed, but it is of little concern to star races who understand potentiality and concurrence of agendas of a third-dimensional focus. We know to leave behind. Now that this has been addressed, we wish to move forward with the next phase of a way to alight and align the hearts and populations, the people on Earth, who seek more experience to propitiate change on the planet. It is with delight we move to the next step in understanding collective energies of transformation. Every being must find internal stillness and peace. Yet we understand the flow and flux of an ever-changing landscape of initiatives. So it is important for people to go back to a peaceful state whenever they may, and this takes practice. Practice is imperative. It is from the place of stillness, and more can be gained from control of the senses, the emotions, from a place of blank canvas that must be harnessed to deepen to further energetic awareness states beyond simply peace with its blank canvas. Joy, bliss, light initiate naturally once stillness has been earned. Yet, also, artificially, these very real energies can be harnessed to bring further forthcoming change in the most positive needs that the planets greatly benefit from. Upon entering stillness in the mind, peace in the heart, we must learn to qualify these experiences as if upon demand, to force them in upon will, and this takes practice indeed. The next requirement for this kind of energy alignment is to work with your own prana chi, which is variable and can be harnessed and raised using your own chi. With the practice of working with your own powers of chi, and we use that word chi because that word has been implanted with understanding into the earth cultures. Look at practices such as qigong and tai chi. These are wonderful practices humans can take for fast improvement on the path of working with energetics, biofield energetics, earth grid line energetics, energetics that affect all corners of the globe. So with world chi, the collective energetics of earth, much of what you perceive will be growth into reality as spoken word with intent. Spoken word with intent are powerful subject matter filled with chi. Moving chi and harnessing its effects are also healing in the body. As we have already demonstrated in previous videos, this energy can even be used on the body's own fields to bring it back to neutral and normalization, and it may also elevate the body's intrinsic circumstance and measurements on its own merit as an effective means of transmutation. We will come back to this. The Arcturian energy technologies run the gamut from the simple to complex. Powerful fields of pulsating flow, waves, fields layered that may affect all conscious substrates. We, the Arcturians, will share how next to work with human energetics so those interested parties can learn to master that which they have all been born. For the human field is equipped in the manner of any advanced beings in civilizations across the galaxies. However, the human has been limited in understanding the depth of structural knowledge in how to interact, because they have been trained to focus only on the senses and the emotions. It is when the senses and emotions can be brought to a pivotal point of observation and perhaps control that this is where the work begins to understanding the flow, the waves of potentiality of each living creation of Source consciousness. We, the Arcturians, would like you all to practice perceiving and feeling energy. Simply sit still. Feel. How do you become aware of something beyond the senses? First, most important measure is to turn off the experience of the senses. Sensory deprivation is an age-old practice that aligns with deepening into a consciousness state of awareness. And you can repeat this simply by going into a quiet space, in a quiet room, in a dark room, and focus only on a tiny point, bringing nothing else into this awareness. Let go of sounds, let go of feelings. Lose any perception of a chair below the buttocks or the ground beneath your feet. Light no longer enters through the eyes. Lose all awareness of outside noises, bringing the awareness within to the heartbeat, to the rhythmic breath, the rising of the chest with the breath until there exists only space. And when all of the senses are dull, the enormity of space will reveal itself. In this space is the pivotal moment of creation. In this space of nothingness, yet filled with the potential of everything you can imagine and anything you wish to exist, in this primordial space is the juxtaposition of nothing at all and the very next thing you choose to create in your world. So be careful of what you choose. Every time you come out of silence, there is a choice being made. Our energy, our chi, creates with words, with thoughts, with visions, with senses. So to understand the power of yourself as creator, then practice creating in a conscious, demanding way is advisable. It is advisable that you retreat to the space before the thoughts become energy, before the senses process that energy, into the void of silence, of nothing at all, on the juxtaposition of creating a luminous potential world completely of your choosing. This is the first lesson of energy and chi. Be wise with such power. Every more advanced concept in working with energy is superfluous to this basic understanding, which has been so easily overlooked within the human race. We are the Arcturians, and this is the practice for today.